all the way, right?
And with that said, all the work is due today at 2:45. So clearly you can also.
Oh, yes, please turn in your classroom notes.
Miss Cannell,
Like
I got 100.
that.
Yes, Angie, I'm so happy. Angie said, private message me because you were talking, Mr. R. She said she got 100 on both assignments.
Heard you, Angie. Heard you.
Yes, Angie, that's what we're talking about. You could stay, Angie, or you can go. It's totally up to you. Ball's in your court. If you want to stay, great. If you want to leave, you could do your iReady and submit your notes. It is now 2:20, guys, so we're going to begin office hours. So those that want to stay, stay back. Those that want to go, go. But remember, you stay if you didn't get 100 or need help.
I mean, I need to go, Miss Canova. I told you why already. You know that?
Okay.
Guys, it was a pleasure, honestly. I got to do a lot of things now. And I got to go work even more for Mr. Blau. So I will talk to you guys later. I got to work on a couple of laptops. Keep this in mind, guys. Please submit your notes. All grades are submitted except this class, Miss Canova.
Okay.
Even their notebook grades. So you don't have to worry about that. Unless you're going to give them time. I did the others too.
You did everything except this class in the grade book?
Yeah, I mean, if they submit them late, it's because of that. But other than that, they're all done. They're submitted.
Awesome. All right.
And office hours link is posted as well. I just wanted to make sure you're set.
Awesome.
You're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye for now.
So Cynthia, Am I Mr. R, Angie, Alberry, I'm just taking attendance who I got. Nahidalin. We got Alan. Who else is staying? Is that it? All right. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to go, and Isabella, I am going to go over with you, with your help, the independent practice. We're going to go question by question, and we're going to do the exit ticket question by question. And then I'm going to go back to the classwork because there's one problem that we didn't get to do that I want to do. How's that sound? Yeah? All right. So let me go open up these documents now. All right. Probably going to get more students come from the other 3 sections. If they come, that's great. If not, that's on them. All right. So everyone should get their notebooks out. You're going to title this independent practice, all right? Here we go. I'm going to call random people to read it and to do it. All right. All right, question 2. Arlenis, can you read this question where it says Kira? Please, loud and proud, young lady.
The second one or the first one?
Where it says Kira studied.
Okay. Kira studied data. Kira studied data on the school basketball team for 1 season. She noticed that a player on the team had 13 successful free throws out of a total of 20 attempt free throws. To find the percentage of the total free throws attempted by this player that were successful, Kira set up the equivalent ratios below.
Okay, so Arlenis, what is the part in this question? Is it 13 or 20? How many did she throw in the basket?
13.
Okay, and what's the whole amount? How many?
20.
20. Do we know the percent?
Of 100, it's over 100.
It's over 100. So hold that thought because what you just said now is important. Now, who else is coming in? Carlos. Okay, so now in your notebooks for your independent practice, we're going to go over the correct responses and how we get there. So Arlenis just said that if the denominator is over 100, right? This is the part for 13 over the whole. And the n represents the percent that we don't know. If we cross multiply, we are going to be able to figure out what this question mark should be, meaning what their score was, Arlenis. So when we do cross multiplication, Arlenis, what operation do we use?
Multiplication and division.
Good. So we're going to multiply what first?
The 13 by 100.
Good. What's 13 times 100, young lady?
1,300.
Now, once I multiply, I now do what operation?
Divide.
Divide by what?
20.
20. So I'm going to divide what I just multiplied. So I'm going to divide 1,300 divided by 20 to get the percent. When you divide, what do you get?
75.
What?
I mean 65.
You scared me there.
Use the numbers. Come on.
Now, question, Arlenis. Okay, so if we got 65%, I want to ask you a question. Let's say you forgot how to do this strategy, right? Because you did it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
How do I go from 20 to 100? What do I do?
You could skip count to 100.
So how many 20s are in 100?
6. No.
Really? 20, 40,
5.
5. So 20 times 5 is 100, right? So whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. So if I multiply the bottom by 5, I multiply the
top
by 5, right? Arlenis? Do you see that?
You keep cutting off.
Sorry. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top, right? You say you multiply the denominator by 5, so multiply the numerator by 5. Is 13 times 5 65, like you said before?
Yes.
So here, therefore, we have to pick choice 1. M is 65 and N is 100, folks. We all see what Arlenis and I just did. Please make sure this is in your notes, and you submit your notes if you haven't yet, because class 602 is the only class that didn't yet because they just had us. Everyone else should have. Questions before I move on? All right, let's move on to the next problem. Same concept. Hey, Isabella, can you read question 3, please?
At the concert, 20% of the audience members were teenagers, and if the number of teenagers at the concert was 360, what was the total number of audience members?
All right, so Isabella, from this question, tell me something that's given to you. What do you know? Part, whole, percent. Give me something from this question.
20% of the audience was teenagers.
Okay, what about the part in the whole? Do you know any of those informations?
And
Read the question.
no.
So let's read it again. If the number of teenagers at the concert was 360, what was the total? What was the total? Do we know the total or the whole? Total and whole are the same thing. Do we know that?
No, not yet.
Okay, but do we have a part?
Yes.
What is that?
360.
Okay, now we're going to substitute it into the formula. Remember that formula?
Yes.
What's
The
that?
butterfly method.
Yep, part over whole, right? And then we're going to have percent over 100. All right, I'm going to put the percent sign. I'm going to put my lines, you'll see, over 100. Does everyone follow so far on how we arrived here? Please ask me now if you're like, Miss Canella, I don't know what you guys are doing. Okay, we're going to use this information to go into here. Make sense? All right, so Isabella, help me out with the left side. What's the part? I put it in red and purple.
The part is 360.
What's the whole?
The whole is question mark. We don't know.
And as you can see, as I write them, I like to check them off. It's a good strategy. It's a strategy I taught myself. Equals. What's the percent?
20.
Over what number?
100.
Good. Now, what method do we use to solve this problem?
The butterfly method.
Perfecto. We use the butterfly method, right? So the butterfly method says I do what operation first, young lady?
Multiply.
What am I going to multiply?
100 to 360.
Yeah. What's 100 times 360 now? What's 36 times 1?
36 times 1 is 36.
And there's
then it's
1,
36,000.
Good. You see, you do mental math. That's how I do it. Now I multiplied. So now the inverse of multiplication would be what?
So you're going to divide 36,000 with 20.
Mm-hmm. Oops, I think I put too many zeros. Oops. Divided by 20 is what? How much is that? Is it 432, 450, 1,800, or 7,200?
1,800.
1,800. Everyone see that? So you should have picked this answer. Yes? Alan, you're with us? Because Alan, you're doing number 4, Alan. All right, Alan, you're up. Alan, this is all you, number 4, young man.
150 students took part of the school cleanup. This is 30% of the school's total students. How many students go to Speckle? Who? Write your answer a 3-number example for 400.
All right, Alan, we need to do what? We need to identify what? We just did like 5 examples now.
We need to identify the whole and the percent.
The part, the percent, and the whole. Let me just see. I don't know who I omitted. Yeah. The part. Okay, so we have Kayla. Keep going. We need to know the part, the whole, and the percent.
Yes. So you could try to, some of the ways to try to find the part and the whole is try to see the problem, try to see the numbers in the problem, and read the problem again, try to see which one is the whole. So the whole could be 150.
Okay, so the whole. Okay, so what's the part here?
The part is 30%.
Read it again. What is 30%? How is that a part? I see a percent sign though. Try again.
The part would be 150.
Right, 150. What would be the whole? Read it. Remember, another word for whole is total. Look what it says. How many students go to Specca? So they're looking for the what?
The total.
So we don't know the whole or the total. But do we know the percent?
Yes.
What is that? Good. Now we're going to take these numbers and what are we going to do? We're going to put them into the equation, right?
Yes.
So P for part, W for whole. You should be writing this down, guys. Percent, this is how we learn. Percent over 100. Now, Alan, substitute these numbers in for me. Ready? Starting with the P and the W. What's my P? What's my W using this orange circle?
The part would be 150.
Mm-hmm.
The whole would be 500.
What?
Is the whole 500?
The whole is what?
500.
Does it say 500 next to whole? I see a question mark, you said. Right? So that's what we put there. Because we don't know it. Now what's the percent, Alan?
30%.
Over what number?
100.
How do I solve this? What method? What method? We did it all last week before the break. The butterfly method means we do what operation first? Do we multiply or divide?
We multiply.
We're going to multiply. What's 100 times 150?
That would be 1,500.
Okay. So it equals 15, and we have to add 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. After we multiply, we do what now?
We divide.
What are we going to divide?
15,000 divided by 150.
Wait. If we multiply 100 times 150, the only other number left is what?
30.
30, because remember, we're going on the diagonal. So we multiply and then divide the answer by the other number, which is how much?
That would be 500.
So how many students are in Specca?
500.
So you would type on question 4, 500. Does everyone see that? This would be 500 if you didn't do it now. Got it? Okay. Now we're going to move on to the exit ticket. Does this make better sense now? Because tomorrow you guys will do the same concept, just different numbers. Thumbs up if you're with me right now, because we're going to do some feedback in a minute. All right. Let me see. I see you guys are writing in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Carlos, you're going to do the next one. Let me just try to clear off this screen here. All right. So let me go now to the exit ticket that you were supposed to have completed. There is an extra credit assignment on this, but it's not as easy as this. You have to think on it. It's due Friday for anyone that wants to try it. All right, Carlos, you are going to do the exit ticket. I think it's question 3. All right, let me just return that. Okay, these people are supposed to have been here. Just give me a second. All right. Okay, so there's the percent, how you did. Okay, go ahead, Carlos. You're going to do question 3 for us. I want to see what you're able to do here. You're going to read it and solve it the way I've been doing it. Go, sir.
Adeline answered 80% of the 40 questions on a test correctly. How many correct answers did she have? Okay, so the percent is 80, obviously. The whole, we don't know that yet.
You sure about that?
Oh, well, 40 is the whole.
Can you tell me why 40 is the whole now? Because you're right.
Because there are 40 questions.
Perfect. And the part?
The part we don't know. The
Okay,
part is the one we don't know.
What do we do now, kiddo? Help me out. What do? We do part to whole.
Okay, yes. Part to whole is equal to percentage over 100.
Okay, now you're going to substitute your numbers. So can you do that for me?
Yes.
What do we got? Part to whole, using this that you just said. I circled it with the blue circle.
So it's 80 over 100 for the right side.
So here, okay, I'm going to match it over here. 80 over 100, okay, and what's the other side?
The other side is well, it's the mystery number over 40.
Yes. Oh, I like how you said, you know what, I'm going to use that, the mystery number. I'm going to use that in my other classes tomorrow.
Yes.
Now what?
Now we have to do the butterfly method and cross multiply.
Good. So help me out. What's 80 times 40, sir? What's 8 times 4? That's easy.
32, which is 3,200.
And then we have to divide that by what, Carlos? Look on the diagonal.
You have to divide it by 100.
Yes.
And
So
3,200 divided by 100 is, well,
look, cross off the zeros and what do you have? Huh?
32. Stephen put that in the chat. Thank you, Stephen.
Oh, thank you, assistant. So 32 would be the answer, guys.
Yes, that's what I got. That's
Good.
what I picked.
Is this making better sense, folks? Okay, because you're going to have to do something at the end before you leave my office hours, because Mr. R had to go do laptops for Mr. Blau. All right, question 4. I don't care who does this. Somebody better know this correct answer. What is the definition of a percent? It was in the notes. It was in your chat, whatever class you're in, like 50 times today. I see A. Okay, so to make it a little easier, I am going to write, if you think the answer is A, type A. If you think the answer is B, type B. If you think it's C, type C. And if you think it's D, type D. Let's see what you guys come up with. Consensus. I see everyone typing in A. I haven't seen a different letter yet. Let me see. A. Hallelujah. We got the question right. It is A. Now in question 4, in question 5, it's asking you, Carlos just did it. What was the whole in question 3? Was it the unknown number, the mystery number, or the 40? Carlos, you remember you just did it. In the Ardalan question, was it the mystery number or 40 as the whole, sir?
40.
Yes, 40. Everyone see, we just went over that. I'm not going to go over that one again. So you should type 40.
Yes, that's very easy.
Questions on that? Okay. Now here's what's going to happen, guys. We are going to do this now. We are going to go back to today's classwork. There's a problem we did not do. If you want, did everyone submit their notes? 2:45 they're due. Turn them in right now. Hurry up. Go submit your notes in Google Classroom. And I'm going to pull up.
I still can't open the camera app. It still won't let me open it.
All right. I don't know what to say on that one. Can you email Mr. R that? He'll help you, Carlos.
Yes.
Okay.
I have camera.
Send Mr. R an email. He'll help you because I'm not sure how to fix that. All right. There's one problem we didn't go over in class.
Yes, but he'll need proof, so I'm gonna have to record it in some type of way.
Okay, when we get off Zoom. All right, let's look at problem 4. Let's see who's quiet here. Nathan! Hi, Nathan. You're doing this problem. Let's go.
You got 36 points correct on an exam and got a 90. How many total points were there on the exam?
Solve this problem using the steps in the model problem. So Nathan, give me something that you know from this question. Do you know the part, the whole, or percent? Give me something that you see here.
We know the percent and the whole.
Okay, so let's start with one thing at a time. What's the percent? You said that.
The percent is 90%.
Easy. Bam. You got 36. What is the total? Another word for total is whole. Whole is the same as a total. Whole is the same as total. So what is the 36? The part or the whole, sir?
The 36 is one. The whole is
Do we know the whole?
no.
Okay. So guess what we're going to do now, Nathan? We're going to use this formula to plug in the blue, the green, and the red question, the numbers. You got it, guys? So check this out. You should be writing this down. Part over whole. And this could be part of your note submission today. Part over whole equal percent over 100. Now, I'm going to go and do this. Check this out. I know they're a little off. I'm trying to do it quick because I want to respect your time. All right, Nathan, give me the part using A, B, and C. I want to set up the left side because Carlos did a good job before. What's the part?
Is 36.
Good. What's the whole? I'm going to put a check mark because I already did it. What's the whole?
The whole is
The what kind of number? Carlos calls it the mystery number, right? Right?
number.
Right, Nathan? Now, what is the percent, young man?
The percent is 90.
Over what?
90 over 100.
How do we solve this? What method, young man?
We use the butterfly method.
Okay, what is the first step in the butterfly method?
We have to multiply and then we have to divide.
What do we multiply?
We're multiplying 100 times 36.
Which is what?
36 is 3,600.
Okay. Thank you, Carlos. I saw your nice comment. Divide. What are we going to divide? You said that was next. What do we divide?
We gotta divide.
Check it out. 3,000.
600
By what?
90.
Yes. Divided by 90 is how much? $3,600 divided by 90 is
40.
40 what? Go back to the question. How many total points were on the test? 40 what?
40 questions?
How many total points were on the test? There were, how many points, Andrew?
Oh, 40 points.
On the, what is it, exam, right? Does everyone see that? Even see, do you understand this?
Yes, yes, I saw it and understood it.
I hope so, because tomorrow we're going to do the same thing, guys. Ask me now if you don't understand anything we just did, because you're going to tell me now something. You should have written this down. Remember, a whole is the same as a total, folks. I'm telling you, if you rewrite the equation, the part to whole relationship, you will always get the questions right. If you just start to throw the numbers in, you're going to make a mistake. I promise you that. If you do it this way, that way I just showed you, you will not have any mistakes. Now, we're going to go one by one. I'm going to start with Isabella. Listen to the question. You all have to answer it quickly. On a scale of 1 to 10, explain what you give office hours and why you give it the score you give. Oh, you can say it out loud, Isabella. You don't have to type it.
I give office hours a 10 because I was really confused on my independent practice and I didn't really know the steps to do. But as we go over it, now I understand.
Awesome. Juliana, on a scale of 1 to 10, how was office hours today for you and why?
On a scale of 1 to 10, a 10 because I didn't really understand a lot in the exit ticket and the independent both. So this helped me understand more of the cross multiplication and dividing it to get the number, multiplying it.
Kayla wrote me something. I gave office hours a 9 out of 10 because I was a little confused, and since we did this again, I understand it more clearly. Thank you. Okay, Nahidalin, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is this for you and why? What do you rate this and why?
I rate a 10 because when I was doing the work, I didn't understand too much and needed help multiplying and dividing. So when I went to off an hour, it helped me a little more.
Okay. Mr. Steven C., what's your feedback on a scale of 1 to 10 and tell us why you give it that?
I give office hours a 10 out of 10 because this actually helped me because before I didn't understand it at first, but now I understand it more better.
You understand it much better now?
Yeah.
Awesome, because you cut yourself off. Awesome. Alan, what about you? I'm coming to you, Carlos. You're after Andrew.
I would give office hours a 10 because at first I didn't really understand like the methods and the questions, but coming to office hours gave a better understanding of like what to do.
Awesome. Andrew, you're up.
I put mine in the chat.
Okay, can you share it?
Yeah, I give office hours an 8
8 out of 10 because the office hours really helped me understand today's lesson better, but I still have a little trouble in it.
Okay, so we can stay back and we can discuss where you need more help, okay? Once I get everyone's feedback. Carlos, what about you? You were next.
I give this a 10 out of 10 because at first I didn't understand the first question in the independent practice. But then after I came to office hours, you gave me a better understanding of the first question. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for doing that.
Anytime. That's why I'm here, Carlos. Thank you for your honest feedback. Did everyone have a turn? So I'm going to say what I would give it. I would say I definitely would give this a 9 or a 10. I noticed that the majority of you guys really were starting to understand and grasp the concept. What I noticed is that if you do not do your part to whole relationship, you know how we were identifying, I was asking Carlos and the rest of you, what's the part, what's the whole, what's the percent? You have to do that. I promise you, if you do the part to whole relationship, you will get these questions right. You can't just start throwing numbers because you saw that when you do that, what happens? We don't do so great, right? But when we, it's okay, Andrew, go ahead. But when we do it with the part to whole percent over 100, we get a much better understanding and it's clearer. So you know what you have to multiply, right? When you cross multiply, and then what you have to divide. Are there any other last minute questions for any one of you that are here right now that took the time out of your day to come? Okay, here's what you guys need to do. You need to make sure those notes are submitted. If there's an issue, please email us, okay? If that's already taken care of, then you need to do your 30 minutes of iReady every day. I want to shout out Isabella. She's in here. She did 8 hours of iReady last week. She got the highest amount of hours in the entire 6th grade. For the whole entire time since we started from September up until yesterday, she had almost 40 hours of iReady done. It looks like in class 602, she's probably going to be the winner. Let's see who can tap off for 8 hours this week. Da-da-da-da. The next challenge has now started. So make sure you do the iReady. If you need more support, please stay back. Remember 150 minutes, and we will be coming back tomorrow working on the same skill again. I'll see you all then. Bye, guys. Enjoy your rest of your day.